morning, Twitch.tv. Good morning to YouTube as well. And, of course, good morning, mini Motorways. We are off to Warsaw for today's daily challenge, which will see some colors of destinations always be circles, and we begin with 2 bridges. And that's all we'll get. Now, hopefully, this means we'll have plenty of motorways coming our way, but, you know, we can hope for a great many things in this life, and we'll receive few of them. Not none of them, you know. I hope I can take my next inhalation of oxygen without choking and dying, so let's all hope that together, and... Hey, a successfully accomplished hope. Or something. I don't know where I was going with this bit. I never know where I'm going with bits. That's the secret to bits. Good afternoon, sun, flares, space. Let us take these greens up here, get around the oranges. The 1, 2, 3, 4 of you will go off in a thatly direction. You know what? We can make this look a little bit nicer. It's going to be ever so slightly less efficient this way, but it's a very slight efficiency loss, and it does look better, so we're just gonna do this. It'll be fine. You there have also rounded yourself. That, I suppose, will be okay. You can come down here, swing in this manner, render unto us a pair of traffic lights. Our good friend Samurai Sam has, I've mentioned before that I have a little Discord-y group chat type thing with Sam and Parlor Ghost, where we basically goof on each other about mini motorways. And Sam posted in that group chat last night, I think he was up to 19 traffic lights and 298 pieces of road by the end of his run. So Sam probably did well. That's great. Very enthused about this. Let's steal a couple of these greens, send them down here for the betterment of this business. And then, interesting. We can take these 2 oranges, toss them into that business. That, I suppose, will be fine. These 2 oranges will run down here over to this. Doesn't seem like the worst thing in the world. We'll have a very convenient roundabout. I will toss that very convenient roundabout right here. These 2 oranges go down here, further support this business, and then, as if that wasn't enough, let's use one of our 2 bridges to have these 2 greens supplement this green circle, at least for a minute. Like, maybe eventually we'll get a few more greenhouses to spawn up here and fill out this island, and we can reclaim one of our precious 2 bridges. But at least for right now, we'll have greens come over to here, these 2 come in as like a supplementary thing, and this roundabout shouldn't actually be that big a problem, all things considered, because neither of the things that are actually using the roundabout are like the primary supports for their businesses. So I suspect that this will be fine. Is this actually going to be fine? Only time will tell. We'll see. And as always, in the very fullness of time, it will matter nothing, and all we are doing is staving off the inevitable and racking up points before the very end of our existence. In the video game, to be clear. In the video game. Alright, we've got a purple circle. I did just get a motorway, but honestly, motorways are more versatile than bridges, and this is a situation that seemingly calls for a bridge. Also, grossly, we've got a bit of a dispersal of dudes situation here going, actually. Like, why do we... It's as if the game is telling me that these 2 greens really want to point south down into here. I mean, that would simplify this, although it would result in only 2 houses getting to support this business here, which would probably be bad for this business here and, by extension, me. So, maybe let's not? Maybe let's not. Maybe let's toss, let's toss a 3rd purple over to here, and you know what? All of this is getting a little bit dicey. All right, fine. I give up. We'll kill that roundabout. We'll toss these greens down here. You can actually point that away, and you 1, 2 can hoop and hop yourselves over this way. And now we have a beigeness. Oh my god. All right. Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to do? Friend, buddy, pal, compadre, amigo, chum, dipshit. Let's draw motorway number 1 for the beiges to get up to here. And then we'll have these 2 purples. They will come over here, and once this bridge debridges itself, which will happen as this purple car exits. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. Alright, you go over that away. I could double up with these bridges here, actually, but it sounds like nonsense talking. You go that way. Alright, this lime green is kind of sort of overfucked at the moment. So we may need to have a rather serious conversation about that at some point. And I think the point is now, actually. Good morning, Clancy the Crow. Clancy is here with us on this fine day. It is Thursday, my dudes. We're going to rob motorway number 1 from this beigeness just to send these greens off over to here. That'll support these 2 businesses nice and finally. You go in like so. Hopefully we'll get another motorway or something. If not, we'll just double up on the... Yeah, okay. Give me a roundabout. And we sort of failed to get a motorway. So what we're going to have to do is put the beiges on the same road as these greens. And they're just going to kind of share responsibility for a moment. That should... Actually, that won't be fine. It'll definitely be bad and doomy. But, you know, we don't really have a choice in the matter, do we? Alright, more purples have spawned, which is fine and good. What we can do is create this terrible little nightmare with a perfectly cromulent traffic light. They are indeed facing each other. It's adorable. You've got the Clancy Coffee Bird and you've got the Sunflare Sip. It's excellent. It's wonderful. They're both great names, by the way. Sunflare Sip is just, chef's kiss. A chef's kiss worthy coffee moat. Now then, these 2 oranges are actually going to swing over here and support the circle rather than the square, because now they have their cootie shot everywhere. Oh, if only we had more bridge. We don't have more bridge. If we have more motorway, we can do something about this beigeness. If we don't, well, I have come up with a plan, so that's something. Hey, a motorway. Great. Let's peel off these 2 beiges right here, and we'll draw motorway numero dos, like so. You can sip tea. Exactly. It's applicable for any hot drink. It need not only be coffee. All right, this green here has gone circular, so what we're going to do is we're going to dedicate this big clump of green solely to it, and then we're going to pull these 3 into service for this business right here, and that should be fine. Speaking of things that should be fine eventually, we're still dealing with this greeny beigey situation, which, to its credit, has not shit the bed yet. However, I feel that there's a very operative word in that sentence, so let's do a weetat of future-proofing, shall we? And by proving, I mean proofing, because that's like the actual word I intended to use. So, what we're going to do is we're going to put all of these beiges back into service on this road to come up here and support this beigeness. In the meantime, let's have a second and third traffic light. That'll be fine. These 3 beiges right here will continue to motorway up this away. These 5 purples will still support these. Oh, these are two circles now. Oh, that's an ask. That's All right. Well, seems bad. I don't know what else to say about it, but it seems bad. We've got these two orange houses with not much really to do. We could... Like, I kind of hope this can survive the weekend and then we get a motorway. Because if this survives the weekend and then we get a motorway, it's nice and simp. It's no longer simple. It has, in fact, become complicated. For now, we need... Oh, boy. All right. One disaster at a time. Let's wait until Monday and hope we get a motorway for these oranges, and then we'll figure out something to do with those greens. Actually, I have an idea already. But we didn't get a motorway, so fuck. Okay, so here's the problem. The problem is, we have oranges here, and they need to get there. It's kind of bad. Kind of real bad, actually. What if I put a motorway, roundabout, right here? We could have... Okay. I think I might be developing a plan. Let's develop a plan. Now, unfortunately, the initial development of this plan is going to include completely and totally overfucking this business. But let's not worry about that. You come into the southwest, you come into the west, you go into the south, you go into the southeast. The three of you all also go into the south. You go into the southwest. So all y'all come out of here. The bridge goes like this. We do a traffic light here that goes up there, services these beiges. These oranges can hit this road here? No, they can't. They can hit the road here via another traffic light, come down here into the roundabout, northwest spur of the roundabout goes in there. Now the problem, in addition to that just being a fucking stupid idea, is that it relies on reclaiming this bridge, which needs all of this traffic to clear out before we can even start sending anything to this business, which is already kinda dead. So that's probably the reason this isn't even gonna get a chance to work. The reason it won't work is, again, that it's a goddamn rock stupid idea. But the reason it's not going to get a chance to work is because it relies on this bridge, and this bridge is too busy, and this business is too far gone to wait that long. So this is going to be what causes us to die. However, we're going to continue as if that's not the case. Because this green square right here has 5 houses supporting it, which is plenty of houses, but given that this green square up here has 0 houses, I think we can do better. Specifically, we can toss these 2 greens into motorway number 2, have them come up here and support that business, and for the moment at least, that'll be okay. Now, further problem over here, we'll deal with that in a moment, but first, we have to fail to reclaim this bridge. Oh, we were waiting for this beige all the way over here to get back and give us that bridge. Okay, see? You see? We've paused and restarted, and now we need to get these 2 oranges all the way over to here before this fucking dies. Oh, we're so doomed. Oh, we're so incredibly doomed. But just in case we're not doomed, let's have this dark green swing around this way to support this business, and just for funskies, you can have a green housel support as well. All right, everybody go. Let's watch the oranges fail and die. Oh, and we needed a traffic light right there. Wait. Oh my god. Oh my god, the oranges have not failed or died. The oranges are neither failing nor dying. Hold on. The oranges? The oranges, are you okay? They can't possibly be okay. That's not right. You're gonna fail and die, right, the oranges? I just kind of assumed that this would end with you failing and dying. They appear to not be failing or dying. It's true that the Dutch are a very efficient people. That's a fair and accurate statement, Sonny. Wow. And hey, now we have another motorway, which, I mean, probably the answer is to find a way to peel the oranges out of this nightmare entirely, isn't it? Like, that's gotta be the correct thing to do here. Yeah, that's the correct thing to do here. Now that we've done this thing and proven that concept, we can immediately abandon it, right? Alright, let's immediately abandon this concept. We're gonna have these two oranges. Just take motorway number 3, straight shot into that business. You'll be okay. I promise you'll be fine. Now, we do have a slight doom problem, and the slight doom problem is this motherfucker down here. So, I don't know, man. Let's do this ridiculous thing and toss a traffic light right there, and now we've got these two greens and these two greens working together with the love and support of this one greens to support this double plaza? Sure. That'll be decent-ish. I don't know. I feel as though having this traffic light here may or may not be a good thing. I might be overcomplicating and dooming myself, but, you know, when has that ever stopped me? I ask you. The answer is never. The answer, of course, is never. It is, of course, a day that ends in Y, which means there is a bot in chat, and now it is banned. You are a beigeness. Let's just staple that together. That, I'm sure, will be totally A-okay. Hundo P no problem situation. You come over here, get another orange going for this orange square. That'll be fine. You're another green for this green business. Actually, you know what? You're probably needed more off to the west. Yeah, we got cars and driveways here. This circle's actually doing okay for once. Holy shit, that orange plan actually worked. It worked and then it immediately fell apart. Well, it worked and then I tore it down because it didn't need to work anymore. So, good job, comma, the Goog. How is everything looking? Let's do a, my god, everything's calm enough that we can do an east to west roundup. Sure. So for the most part, we're doing a good job adhering to the central guiding tenets of one business and one road. But, you know, I did say for the most part there, so we'll get to that. While we're here, however, I'm going to do this and this. And somehow we've got 4 orange houses pointed at this circle and only 3 pointed at this one, which seems like an suboptimal allocation of resources. But, you know, it'll probably be fine, maybe? Yeah, it'll probably be fine, maybe. And by probably fine and maybe, I mean, let's actually do this. Hold on. If you 3 do that, and you swoop along thusly. There we go. Everyone remembers that legendary cowboy Swoop Along Thusly, right? He was friends with Hopalong Cassidy? Okay. So you 3 oranges will come in here. Let's take a third roundabout. We've got ugly, awful problems, basically. Can I sneak a roundabout in right exactly here? I can't sneak. Oh, I can sneak a roundabout in right exactly there. Does that help me in any regard? Because I wanted to get this orange house over to this orange business, but I don't think that's going to orange happen. So we're not going to bother with that. We will, in fact, bulldoze that tree. Sorry about that tree. Next, everybody go? Because I've lost track of what we're doing? Yeah, everybody go, because I've lost track of what we're doing. We've got more purple spawning in a place where we can't really take advantage of them without swooping them up and over and ultra-fucking this orange. So let's not, you know, do that. Okay. So this purple circle is fine. It's got 5 houses. Some of these houses have cars and driveways. Nice straight shot road, isolated from everything. No problems at all. Directly adjacent to it, pretty much, we've got this dark green circle, which is also totally fine. We've got 5 houses, straight shot roads, simple clean angles, nothing wrong. Up here, this beige, we'll get there. It's part of a broccoli nightmare. It'll be something. Maybe that something is okay. Remains to be seen. This orange is doing well. It only has 4 houses, but those houses do appear to have cars and driveways, and you've got a straight shot road, and you're fine. You're isolated from the world. Everything is grand and amazing, and nothing shall ever hurt you. I promise. I can't actually keep that promise, but I can make it. And, well, promise is kind of like a reservation. It doesn't matter if you can make it. You have to be able to keep it. Anyone can make a reservation, but now I'm just doing a Seinfeld bit. Like, this is literally just a Jerry Seinfeld bit. Like, even in the context of the television show, it was pretty patently obvious that he was just doing a stand-up comedy bit in what happened to be a sitcom setting. But I digress. So this beige. Well, first, this purple, because it just came into existence. It's the new toy. We get to play with it a little bit. This purple has exactly 1 house of support, which you can tell is already a bit of an issue. That will only become, more of an issue as time goes on and demand increases and speed and population expansion and capitalism all collide in a horrible mass of business death. But, hopefully there will be more purples before then. Also, a horrible mass of business death is the title of the episode. Thank you for asking. Alright, hey, it looks like we got a motorway. That is a wonderful thing. How best to deploy this motorway, one wonders. A good question, to which I don't presently have an answer. It could just be swipe these 2 purples out of nowhere and toss them up here. That would be a simple and logical and routine little thing to do, but, well, we'll see. All right. I suppose we should unravel what all's going on down here. So basically, we have this beige, which is fed by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 houses. 8 houses, because we got 7 down here and 1 up here. So, yeah, 8 houses, 7 of which come into this enormous roundabout and go off this way. There's a traffic light right here. Could I turn that into a roundabout? I mean, I could, but why? I mean, the answer is it'd be faster. The answer, I suppose, is that it would be faster. So if we do that, now this is a roundabout rather than a traffic light. And we come in here. You have a circle, and we're gonna let's grab a 4th roundabout because that's funny. I was gonna ignore this new chatter because I figured from the username it was a bot, but damn it, we should keep open minds in our lives. Optimism and hope are the guiding forces that will lead us into the new tomorrow. With that having been said, see, optimism and hope are the guiding forces. Good morning. Hella Cass and a whole bunch of numbers. I was this close to issuing the say the word goldfish or you're fucking banned ultimatum. But no, it is our dear friend Peter S. Hello, Peter S. Enjoy Riga in Latvia. I hope you are having a wonderful Latvian time. A question. What the fuck are we supposed to do about this orange over here? Because it's only got 1 house. There is another house here that I can't really get involved in any meaningful way. So we do have another motorway now. I could just draw you could have your very own personal motorway, actually. If you have your very own personal motorway, are you just fine? You might just be fine if you have your very own personal motorway, little orange house. I don't know if that actually makes you fine, but it sort of seems to be helping to catch up with the demand here. So let's continue ignoring this business. So as I was saying, these beiges here, they've got 7 of them that come into this roundabout. They then take one singleton bridge going all the way over to Hi. You know what? That's just fine, actually. We're just gonna zoop in this manner. And motorway number 5 straight in thusly. There. So now you come and approach the north of this, and we're just gonna assume that that's okay. Actually, we're just going to assume that that's okay. Also, I'm making a roundabout here because roundabouts are just faster than traffic lights. I understand that a traffic light is good for, like, efficientizing a situation or whatever, but roundabouts are literally faster because you never stop moving. So, we're turning traffic lights into roundabouts wherever possible. Over here, not possible. Not gonna happen. You are a purple that has spawned in an actually helpful position, so you can extendo wave yourself this away and down here. Thank you for doing that. So these 7 beiges come here into one of the more disgusting looking roundabouts you're ever going to see, and then come over here into one of the more pointless looking roundabouts you're ever going to see. But I promise there's a reason for both of these things. Hi. So this is now a circle, which is kind of a problem because this had been dependent on these 2 and this and motorway number 2 and this whole disaster fuck. Like, friends, there's a whole entire disaster fuck we haven't properly examined. So that's bad. I don't really know what we're going to do about that at the moment because, well, we've kind of overplayed our hand as regards things. Can I get a roundabout in here anywhere? No, I absolutely cannot. I can get one there, but that's not helpful. Can't get one into any of these, and oh boy. Well, we can get a roundabout over here. That is, again, not helpful. So, great. You're a beige. You exist. Could I maybe borrow motorway number 4? I feel as though we might need to borrow, and by borrow I mean steal motorway number 4. So, alright, let's do that, actually. So, I think you 2 are going to be okay. We're going to rob this out of you, and we'll take you 2 out of here. And we're going to steal motorway number 4 from this orange business. And we're going to put it up over that way. Okay. So now, once this motorway situation resituates itself, we've got 4 light green houses supporting this light green business. And additionally, hopefully, a little less traffic on motorway number 2, which should make life a little bit better for both of these beige circles. And we just got another motorway, which is super, because, this one beige house here is putting in so much work maintaining this beigeness that I think we don't even necessarily need all of these beiges here. I think, in fact, we can get away with chopping off this road and having all 4 of these beiges here take a motorway straight shottedly up to here. Boy, that looks awful, doesn't it? Well, what if we had our there? That's what I wanted that motorway to look like. There. So we did just kind of massively overfuck this business. On the other hand, it has a dude who lives directly outside of it, so you're kind of basically okay for a while. And if you're kind of basically okay for a while, then that allows us to do a great many things, such as peel 4 of these beiges off to here to service this, which in turn reduces the load on this, which in turn is just kind and good and excellent. So, well done all around. However, there is still the problem of this orange business. This orange business had been getting along just fine thanks to Tiny Dinky Motorway number 4, but is now, at present, fucked. So, oops. And we don't have another bridge or nothing, so we might be in a SpaghettiOs situation. We'll see. I think this business is going to keep our circle here sustained until Monday at least. Like, you're not going to be dead. You might be Doomy. You might be TikTok Clock of Death. Yeah, there goes your TikTok Clock of Death. Man, I was really counting on getting another motorway here, and, well, we didn't, so fuck. Alright, I can wait, I have a stupid idea. What if we take these 2 oranges, each of which are doing exactly nothing. We take those 2 oranges, and we toss them onto this road, which takes the newly formulated motorway number 4 over to this green business. But what if it also comes over here, staples itself to the head of this, and that way we have 2 more orange houses sending 4 more orange cars on 1 more magical mystery tour, coming up along this way, and getting over here and helping to support and sustain and keep this orange circle from fucking dying. What if you were to support, sustain, and keep from fucking dying this 1 orange circle? What then, I ask? What then? What then? Well, then something else will inevitably fucking die. But, you know, it won't be this orange circle, at least not right immediately now. So we got in here with an initial caval wave, but the comeback is so very long that we're still not entirely certain that this is going to be okay. But, you know, it's in better situation now than it was, 28 seconds ago. So it's got that going for it. You remember when we were doing an east to west roundup? That was nice. So we also have this dark green circle as part of this nightmare conundrum, which honestly has kind of just been okay. Like, you look at this map at a glance, and I think anyone would, well, now that it's covered in motorway spaghetti, it's maybe not as obvious, but especially early on, you look at this map and you think, what the hell is going on here with the beiges and the greens, and that's got to be the reason this is doomed. And actually, not so much. It turns out that you can just kind of staple all of these together, so the beiges and the greens are just kind of working together. Fairly harmonious relationship here. They both go into the roundabout. They come over here. They have another roundabout. They swoop up to here. Neither of these businesses are terribly mad about nothing. So everything's coming up Stuff House, I guess. I don't know what to tell you. Can I toss? Because I have so many extra special bonus roundabouts. I was thinking maybe I could figure out some way to roundabouts over to here and get like this beige involved. But at this point, I think that would just be further complicating the issue. Like, yeah, I could make a traffic light here, and it would even be a perfectly cromulent one. But do we really need that? I don't think we really need that. Does anyone particularly think we really need that? Because I sure as fuck don't. Hey, a motorway. Excellent. Let's see here. I think the best thing for me to do as regards that motorway is thank this orange friend for its service and be grateful to motorway number 4 for what it has done, but at the same time, swiftly move on with our lives. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these 3 orange bastards and toss them into the southern end of this circle right here. And by 3, I mean 4 orange bastards. You're a lovely spawn, buddy. I like you a lot. So yeah, now we have 4 houses and a straight shot motorway that are supplemented buy a house that lives up here. And that's just basically going to be fine forever. I am no longer concerned about this orange business in even the slightest, really. You point over that away. That'll be cool. I did see something troubling here. Oh, it was these purples, actually. Yeah, these purples might be kind of subtly doom-fucked when you think about it, because we've got no wiggle room going on here. There is no room for the wiggles. It makes sense. There's like 5 of them, but still. What do we want to do about that? I suspect, personally, that the answer is fucking nothing, but, I could be wrong. I'm going to resituate this road such that both of these can just go into the roundabout and don't have to worry about it. Here, give me an 8th roundabout. That sounds like a thing that we'll need. I wish I had a way to get more purples going over here, but, well, at the same time, I should probably wish I had a way to get more purples going over to here, because, actually, I do have a way to get more purples going over to there. Hold on. It's a long, windy, complicated way, but since when has that ever stopped me? Yeah! So what we do is we weave this purple house's road all the way up through to here, and then you can go off in that way. As a matter of fact, I can toss another purple house in that direction, because we've got so many cars and driveways here, and this business has been so fine that I think it's actually just going to be okay. Further enforcing the gonna be okayness of this all, I'm going to toss a somewhat meaningless roundabout right about here, and get these 2 purples to finally fucking do something. These 2 purples, which had been doing fucking nothing for the entirety of their existence, will now, blessedly, be empowered to fucking do something. Also, that marries these 2 greens to this business, which is probably fine. Actually, if I wanted to do that, which I might as well, it's not like I'm hurting for road, I could just do this. And I shall, in fact, just do that. So now these 2 greens can loop around into this, and it'll be totally fine. These purples will come down here, support this. Yeah, everything looks good. You go that away. This purple business is now totally fine. Swell. This all was birthed out of a need to, or a desire rather, to improve the lot of these 2 businesses, and I haven't exactly, done that. Oops. Speaking of oops, this dark green here. You're getting a little mad, that dark green there. Why you getting mad, that dark green there? You've got houses and cars and dudes and such, don't you? Don't you? Oh, I think dark greens in general may just be getting mad about stuff. Oh, that's a problem. I don't particularly care for that. It is worth noting that we're blowing past 5,000, crashing in on 6,000, not terribly long from here. I suspect that that's still not a horrendously great score or nothing, but we'll see. So yeah, we got this dark green here. Well, actually, hold on. Hey, you remember the super complicated bullshit I did to get these 2 dark green houses involved in this business down here for no particular reason? Actually, fuck that. Instead, let's take... are you the green that goes there? No. You're the green that goes there. Hold on. That was like a punk rock song about your friends from high school, right? You're the green that goes there. You're the green that... No? Those are people that died reference? Anyone? No? That was pretty esoteric. Also, I was not a good performance, so... Anyway, we've taken these 2 greenhouses here and stapled them to motorway number 5. It occurs... I'm not on 9 motorways, am I? No, I think I'm on 7. The game just hasn't been horrendously generous with them. Okay. So I've taken these 2 greenhouses and I've stapled them to motorway number 5 so that they, along with these 2 greens, can now come in to the northern entrance of this double plaza and provide additional support to these 2 circles. Now, you see, the thing is, this is a double plaza consisting of 2 circles, and by its very nature, that is a problem Like, that's going to die pretty much no matter what I do. So, oops. I don't know, man. There's not really nothing we can say about that. We can stave it off for as long as we like, though. That was a Taylor Swift song. I remember that. You know, stave it off. No? I'm so underappreciated, which is awful because I appreciate me entirely too much. Where was I going with that? I don't remember. I really wish I had purple sitting around not doing nothing, because I just remembered again that this purple situation is real bad, but I don't have a great solution to it. Like, okay, theoretically, I could take 1, 2, 3 purples here and straight shot them that way, and have the remaining 4 purples be straight shotted into here. That might be decent for a minute. I kind of think it would just kill everything. Speaking of things that I kind of think might just kill everything, it is time, my friends, to... we're getting to a point where we're running out of cars and driveways with these beiges. I'm actually going to put these beiges on a road and have a PCTL right here. I think by adding 3 houses here, this is going to be okay. And this beige is going to be happy. It's going to be happier, at least, than if I had left it alone. So this may be the decision that kills this beigeness in time, but give it time, I suppose. I don't know. All right. You know what? Fuck it. Desperation measures. Let's kill the traffic light, chop that road. We're going to peel 2 of these off and take this one that had previously been doing nothing. We'll draw motorway number 8 as a straight shot directly into here. And now, the good news for this business is it has a straight shot of houses right into its face butt. The bad news is it only has 3 of those houses. The good news for this business is it has 5 houses and a singleton dedicated road. The bad news is it has 5 houses instead of theoretically 8. But, I think maybe that might be better for both. Amazing logic, Goog. Okay. Let's sneak a roundabout in right here, which will involve bulldozing another tree. Sorry about that tree. And the reason for the roundabout right there is that we can toss this and this and this, and now we have a 4th purple house supporting this purple circle. Hooray! You, green, point over that away, jump onto motorway number 4, support this business. Question: do we still need this little staple connection right here? It looks like that's being used, but being used and being needed are 2 separate things. I think it's okay. I think it's not worth fucking with, basically. However, I am going to steal one of those houses. I'm going to steal one of those houses to support this. Question: how is... this greenhouse is meaningful because it hops on the roundabout, goes off this away. Okay. You need to point down there as well, just to stop slowing things down coming over to here. That probably just massively fucked over this green thingy, didn't it? May or may not be good. Let's see. Render unto me a 9th roundabout. That should be funny. I do have a pair of light greens down here, presently doing fucking nothing. I could, if I was so inclined.
I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
Franicowo, thank you for the follow. I probably butchered your name pronunciation there, and I apologize, but thank you for the follow. As a follow, you can now drop... Hold on, where'd those follower emotes go? All 5 of the follow emotes, which you see right there. Thank you. All right, so as I was saying, I've got these 2 light greens. I could do a southeast spur there, motorway number 9, and do that. And I think, Yeah, well, given that these dudes are immediately flooding into here, that is apparently important. So, let's have you... actually, let's bulldoze a tree for that. Sorry about that, tree. Okay. So yeah, these greens are starting to get intrubulated. Okay. Let's toss another green on the road here. Because, yeah, you're getting motorway number 5, which is coming from there. This beige is angry, which, rude. I don't really know how best to support that other than just... do I have more beiges I can toss at anything? Not really. Yeah, uh-oh. Yeah, this might just be a big beige backup situation, which bad. Oh yeah, all of the beiges in the whole world got mad at pretty much the same time, because this beige is mad, and this beige over here is getting mad, and crud. I think we're gonna get over 9,000 and chuckle in an anime reference, and then that's gonna be the doom of us all. Which is a shame, but you know. It's been a fine run at this point. I think we're going to be happy with this score. Listen, I understand that this may have been a generous map or something, but anytime you crack 9,100, I think you have to call that a W. 9,149 commuters over 209 days. It was a run. It was a very good run indeed. It was, in fact, top 1% in the world, and yet... Oh! Ugh! Ah! Curses! Son of a bitch. Okay. Alright. Drop those samurai slams in the chat. We've got him. Oh, dang it. All right, friends, that is going to do it for us here today on Good Morning Mini Motorways. It is 7:45. We have stuff to do, and there are things I want to plug before we get out of here. First of all, if you hit Bang Tuesday in the chat, you will be taken to the poll for our new Tuesday game, which we will begin this coming Tuesday. The choices are on screen now. Assassin's Creed Syndicate, Claire Obscure, Expedition 33, Cyberpunk 2077, Disco Elysium, Dungeons and Degenerate Gamblers, Dwarf Fortress, The Great Ace Attorney, Resolve, Hard Space Shipbreaker, Infamous Second Son, and Shadowrun Dragonfall. All of those games are eligible to be chosen, and I should mention as well, as we transition from one silly graphic to another, we expect that I will be back later this evening for Dragon Age: The Veilguard. I do have a doctor's appointment this afternoon. It could run late or something. It's conceivable, but all expectation is that we will be back sometime around 5:30 p.m. Eastern, something like that, for Dragon Age: The Veilguard. Come on back later tonight for Veilguard, tomorrow morning for Good Morning Mini Motorways. Until then, hope you all have a wonderful day, and goodbye.